Was it me or did you feel the energy shift? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 5, episode 7. Okay, so listen. The husbands actually started to show up, okay? And did you all feel the energy shift? And it was nobody else but Monique. Her whole energy shifted. I said this in an earlier review this season that I think a lot of her, she has like displaced anger and anger shifting. She's pissed off with Chris about certain things in their relationship. And she definitely is using Candace as a punching bag. That's just what I'm seeing. And her energy shifted. Her and Candace were really not saying much to each other, which is crazy. I said before, I don't even know why Candace is there. You don't put yourself in anybody's house. You don't give anybody a leg up on you on purpose. You just don't do that. I'm not going to no bitch's house that I know we ain't getting along. Not, especially not no situation where I'm out of town. Like I can't just get up and go home. I wouldn't give a damn whose show I'm on. I'm not giving no bitch no leg up on me. Not on purpose. No, I'm not. We're going to be on even playing field as much as I can do it. And I plan on wearing your ass out. I'm not going to put you... That's crazy to me. It is crazy. That's like, I don't understand. Even with YouTube, just an example. When people are beefing, and God knows we've all had them, where you don't get along with a person. Now, yeah, you drop down, and you know, you might be in their chat, and they be saying something real crazy about you. And you drop down and make your presence known. Okay, I'm a fan of that because that's funny. You know, when somebody really think they getting off and they think you ain't there and you don't hear it, and you drop down and you stun them because you are there and you hear them. And you drop down and you be like, no, bitch, I'm right here. And don't nobody got to come tell me because I heard what you said. That's funny. I get it. But when people drop down and you see people having a whole full-out argument going back and forth, one of them is typing and the other one is on screen like I am now. How can you win an argument with me while I'm standing here cussing your ass out and you doing like this? Are you okay? How do you think you can win? You look crazy. You typing to somebody cussing your ass out. They call you a good bunch of names. They roll one out on you and yell, no. Girl, if you don't get your ass out of here. But you don't give people a leg up on you. Just think, people, think. Anyway, moving on. I'm not a professional beefer. That's a joke in itself. Anyway, okay, so there's this whole little scene where a bee had gotten in. It looked more like a hornet. It didn't look like no regular bee, child. That was that baby. That was one of them. It looked like if it got you, baby, and gave you a little honey, you was going to feel it for the next 6 weeks. But they was trying to kill this bee, and I was like, really? We got a whole scene. I told y'all the trip was boring. They said it themselves. They were bored. So they had a whole scene about killing a bee. So this is just how boring this little vacation has been. But anyway, so, you know, when we left off, there was this whole thing where Candace had gotten these text messages about Michael. So she went to Giselle and all that. Well, we had it. They said at a sit down. It was Giselle, Candace, and Ashley. They Monique had did like a fire pit. They, she had a fire pit out there. She got it all going and everything like that. And the three of them had went off. She was kept like saying, "Well, what's taking them so long? Well, why aren't they coming out?" Go there having a conversation, and that was like bothering her. Like it was bothering her. She just kind of wouldn't let it go. She was really kind of upset that she wasn't a part of the conversation, but you're not a part of the conversation. And I think that she thought maybe they were talking about her, but ain't nobody even thinking about you or that ugly hairdo that you was wearing. I hate it. What is that? But that's what he's giving. I don't like that little hairdo. That's horrible on her. But anyway, um, yeah, I really don't like that. That's one of them old Chrisette Michelle. I'ma be okay. I'ma be okay. That's what that old hairdo look like. Girl, if you don't get out of here. Anyway, but she just wouldn't let that go. They had the little talk. Candace showed Ashley the text. I was waiting on Ashley to go left. She didn't. She was totally unbothered. Because they were even saying like, girl, maybe she's just okay with it, or maybe she knows that he's doing whatever he's doing. But she took it real well. Told her, I appreciate you looking out for me. I don't feel like you being shady or nothing like that. I really appreciate you and the way that you went about it, Candace. I really do. And she was unbothered. I said, well, that was nice. That was cool. Now, later that night, they ended up going out to the fire pit and all that. Monique brings it up again. Monique, shut the hell up. Shut up. Like she was just like a little gnat. It was just too much. I don't know what's worse, her or that dumbass bird. But anyway, she did all of that. And that was the other thing. When they was killing the bee, there was a whole nother scene with this stupid ass bird. And people were scared of that damn feathered freak. I'm like, why don't you get... Girl, I'm sick of that bird, honey. Somebody give me a pellet gun. Anyway, just ridiculous. Karen got drunk. Because they were out there and they were like, oh, I'm tired. Giselle was leaving in the morning because she had an event to go to, a book event. So she was leaving in the morning. Child, listen. It was Karen, Wendy, and Monique were down in the basement getting tore up. Karen was drunker than Cooter Brown. Okay, drunk, slurring and just having herself a good time and basically talking about Ray. And I was like, girl, please. Just drunk. I said, this is a mess. She gonna say, she's talking about when they had the tax issues and Ray had borrowed some of her money to take care of some of the problems. She's like, I want my money back. I want a return on my money. I was like, Gordo use it against you later, Miss Karen. You know better than that. Anyway, like I said, Giselle left in the morning and then the guys showed up. Chris showed up first. Monique's Chris. And that's when the energy shift came. Because she got, she was being controlling anyway. She just started fussing a lot. And she just continued on and on. And then she started this up again. They were outside. All the girls were outside. She started up again on basically on Monique. She was like just fussing in general, but then she like has zeroed in and everybody could see it, like what was going on. And it was just crazy. Like she just was really like, it was all on Candace. And Candace was like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just not gonna do it. She said, we weren't talking about you. We were talking about with Ashley. It wasn't something that needed to be shared with the group. Like they really explained everything to her. She just did not want to do it. Ashley was trying to explain. She was cutting Ashley off. I was like, what is going on? And then Karen was like, listen, I gotta go. I'm going up and take a bath because my coochie stinks and Ray is on his way. I was like, Lord have mercy. Okay. Candace had walked away. You know, she's like, I'm not arguing with you, girl. I ain't giving you all that. And she walked away from her again in her house. And they all were trying to correct her. Um, Robin and Wendy were telling Monique, no, girl, I mean, what's really going on? It's not that deep. Like, it really isn't. She got all mad, honey, and walked away from them. And the two of them were like, did we miss something? Girl, she really is a control freak. Like, she's really, something really wrong. I was like, child, she's stupid, honey. The thing is, she really, really mad at Chris because Chris ain't giving her what she wants some way or another, or she's feeling used and underappreciated is what the big thing is. And again, he has some things that just made me look at him funny. He's strange. When he started talking about this, her wanting him to get a vasectomy, he was talking to the guys, her wanting them to get a vasectomy and stuff, and he really feels like she belongs to him. And he was like, I told her I'll do it, but every time I want some, you better give it to me and all. I'm like, what is this barbaric indentured slave role that you got her playing? Like, that's crazy. It just don't sound good. Even if you think that, you don't say nothing like that out loud. It just looks bad. I was like, looking at him, I said, I guess. I don't think I'd be wanting to give you that. It's a chore. I'd have to get mentally ready to be giving you something. Get on out of here. Anyway, we had Eddie, Wendy's husband. Wendy's husband is nice. Like, he's her opposite. Like, she's really, really bitchy. And Eddie is really, really nice. And like she was saying, and he seems kind of soft, but that's the kind you got to watch. Eddie will probably tear you up. Like, just tear you up, you know. But she was saying about how their mothers don't speak. Yet they got together and they got married. Eddie's mother doesn't even entertain the bond, has never seen the children, did not come to the wedding, and denied and dared her friends. Told them if they go to the wedding, then she wasn't gonna be friends with them no more. She forbade all her friends to go. So Eddie didn't have his side of the family at the wedding. And like I said, the grandma, them kids don't know her or nothing. She don't be bothered. She don't even entertain their bond. Period. And it literally has to do with an argument from years and years ago between their mothers. I said, baby, now she's mean, honey. I said, I wonder if she's a Capricorn, honey. Because she ain't trying to hear it. And Wendy was saying, you know, I'm the one that had to sit with him. And Karen was giving her some advice. She's like, you know, I understand it. But they were saying, you know, you're saying like you would never make up with your mother-in-law. She's like, if it ever presents itself, I think you should really give it a shot and really think about it because, you know, life is too short. She was like, yeah, okay, whatever. See, I'm the one that had to take care of his tears. When that happened, I said, oh, girl, now you done let everybody know that the man was crying, child. But he's soft, honey, and she's just an old battle axe, honey. She just like his mother, honey. I said, oh, yeah, okay. That was very interesting to find out about them. I was like, wow, that's pretty sad. But anyway, let's move on. There was this whole little scene which was fun. It started being fun. There was fun stuff that went on when the guys got there. All the guys were imitating their wives. That was funny. Robin came up with that game. It was like charades kind of thing, but it was all the men imitating their wives. Chris doing Candace was funny, with like being real nice one minute and then just popping off and get out of my house. All that, it was hilarious. And then the other Chris, honey, had Monique looking like just an old random cocksucker, honey. I said, he got up there, took a bottle, turned the bottle up to the widest end, got on his knees and was like, that's Monique. I said, oh, no, he didn't give her cocksucker, honey. I said, oh. Child, and everybody was, y'all seen my thumbnail, honey. Everybody was giving, ooh. I said, oh. She's like, I don't even know what to say. He acts like she really doesn't have any purpose. Her purpose is to raise them kids and for him to just bang on her and put babies up in her. Like that's her value. The money is there. You can have some money. Get over here. Bam, 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 bam. That's like how you don't even have the type of a look that would say that nobody would let you, that want you to just be banging on them whenever you get ready. It'd be different if your husband was just so goddamn fine that you just didn't mind. Like he just so fine that y'all, I just, I'll just be laying there, and then the next thing I know, honey, bam, 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 and you be like, all right, you ain't got that kind of look. See you coming, honey, up, running to cook some pork chops. You better get out of here. Anyway, moving on. He gives me weird vibes. I don't know. I don't know about you, Chris. Anyway, moving on. And he kind of mean, he mean like his mom too. So it's like, that ain't attractive. Ain't none of that attractive. I don't like it. Anyway, moving on. So that was that. Everything was everything. The next day, everybody's getting ready to leave and stuff. Monique was just so nasty. So nasty. When everybody came down, she's laying on the couch. She's like, I'm really tired. She's saying, goodbye to everybody. When Candace came down, she gonna pretend like she's asleep. And Chris is all like, he's all into all of what's going on. He knows what's going on. He was like, oh yeah, well, y'all sisters, y'all figure it out. And Candace told him going out the door, no, we won't. And went on out the door. I said, oh, child, but the two Chris's are really cool. So, child, I was like, this is just escalating. But really, she's really upset with, she don't feel like she's getting what she wants out of her marriage, I don't think. And she knows that she's being used as like an indentured slave. And she's taking her aggression and her anger out on Candace. I don't think what Candace did wasn't cool, but she is really making a mountain out of a molehill. Anyway, moving on. Ashley goes home. She explains that she basically had an argument with Michael about what happened. He actually admitted to something else that actually went on. That there was something that happened at the casino, but she didn't really say exactly what. And then shortly after that, after she did the confessionals, it was like an hour later, baby, more photos and texts came out, baby. And there's like some explicit photos. There's photos of him like in boxer shorts and somebody laying on the bed taking the pictures. I said, oh. And Ashley said to him and her was arguing. I said, honey, Michael is just really beside himself, ain't he? And that's where we cut out. So we're gonna see, child. This Michael and Ashley thing is a mess. The Ray and Karen thing is so corny and so put on. But that Ashley and Michael thing is a mess. Child, Karen even tried to pull this thing. Oh, I feel dizzy. And he was like, yeah, okay. Just fake. Anyway, all right, I'll catch y'all next week. All right.